Rykard is one of the three children of Rennala and Radagon. Now, at some point, Rykard held the ideals of the Golden Order, as he is known to the characters of Elden Ring as Praetor Rykard. Morgoth, upon calling out his siblings and step-siblings, calls him as such. Outside of those who are fighting Rykard's forces, it makes me think that maybe not a lot of people closest to the capital knew of his blasphemous behavior. Rykard had this motivation to devour the very gods and the world itself, even calling on us to join his family, as it were. But as we all know, it isn't a family, as it is more of a lifetime of suffering. As we can see from his blasphemous blade in the arena itself, this isn't the first time Rykard has extended this invitation to other warriors. Now, what I find interesting about Rykard's face transition is that he seemingly wakes up from a slumber and proceeds to say, "Very well," almost as if he'd rather be doing something other than dealing with us, which is why I think the serpent was there in the first place, to deal with any unwanted guests. If you've played other Souls games before, you know the fight against Rykard, specifically the use of the Serpent Hunter, is something we've seen before. But the story of how the weapon arrived is what I want to bring some attention to. The weapon description reads, "When their master's heroic aspirations degenerated into mere greed, his men searched for a weapon with which they might halt their lord." What that means is, even Rykard's own men thought his greed of devouring the world was too much. Never mind the fact that Rykard lined himself with a god-skinned noble to aid him in his experimentations of the Abenarchs. Finally, it's not lost on me how Rykard and the World Serpent, at least to me, have some similarities to other religious ideas. For example, and this is probably the most obvious, the World Serpent Jormungandr from Norse mythology. For starters, the god-devouring serpent has a few poison attacks, and it is Jormungandr's poison that will kill Thor during their fight at Ragnarok. It is also believed that it was the devil, disguised as a snake, who manipulated Eve into eating an apple from the Tree of Knowledge. This also plays into the fact that when looking at Rykard's in his second phase, his arena almost turns into a version of hell, furthermore pushing the narrative of him being blasphemous and almost devil-like. Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy. Let's talk about it. Thank you for watching, and if you like analysis like these, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube, as it is becoming my main account for live streaming and long-form content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!